What up, YouTube peoples? How's it going? Hey, listen up. So, these are going to be some new videos that we're posting. We're going to be pulling them out. This is our first YouTube video. And so I just wanted to introduce what we are and who we are and what we're going to be doing. It's going to be great. We have a lot of things on the board ready to start popping off. It's going to be one of those things where we're going to be speaking on the Word of God. You know, we're going to be speaking on what's, going on and the issues around the world. And it's going to be more than that. It's going to be speaking up. But what can we do to, make a change, right? I know that many people get invited to church, which is great. You get pumped up. You get pumped up on all these different kinds of how-to places and how to become a leader and how to become a better leader and yada yada yada, all these how-to things, right? And so and then you click off and then you're kind of left out on the cold trying to figure it out, right? But for $19.99, right, you just pay the $19.99 with plus shipping and handling, and we're gonna save the planet. Right? No. I'm not going to go that route. We work and make our money, and we should be able to, in what we work, be able to help the community versus take from the community. That's our goal. If we ever go out of that, then we've just become like everybody else. And we're trying to get away from that. We're trying to get away from, if you tithe today, you will be a blessed man tomorrow. Yeah, no, pass. And so there's a lot of things in the Bible that are misused, and it's powerful. They're powerful words. It's a powerful message coming from God. And so we tend to use it to our advantage in many ways. I'm not saying that all the churches are going to be like this. Obviously, there are churches out there that are really doing their best to help the communities that are out there. But we're still suffering. We're still looking at, things that are happening around the world. And if anything, we've created more of a monster in our communities, because now we have things that we can't fend off. All of a sudden, it's okay to think that you're an animal. All of a sudden, it's okay to think that, you're not a man. Who knows if you're a man? Who knows if man was even created? All these crazy things that are going on out there in the world. You know what I'm talking about. And so, it may offend some people. It may not. It doesn't really matter to us. We're going to sit here and speak up on things. We're not going to Bible hit you. But we're going to hit you with the Bible, and it's going to come out, and it's going to, be some stuff. And there might be R-rated moments, we're just letting people know right off the top, it's going to be a different approach. I have been given the tools to speak. I can't sing, but I can definitely speak up. And 40 years in the making. This is 40 years in the making. And so what's coming is exciting. I just want to invite everybody who gets a hold of this message that please subscribe to our page, because there's going to be a lot of information being poured out. We're going to be hitting different topics. We're going to be hitting topics as far as economy. We're going to be hitting topics that has to do with life things, right? And we're going to point people to the Bible in the Word as far as how we handle these things. But not only that, we're going to offer solutions from the very experiences that we've lived, right? It's like, well, yeah, here, man, you're going to be a great business person. Well, yeah, okay. But I don't know anything about business, right? And so, oh yeah, man, but it's a start. Well, great. And so, I know you'll find the answers. How many times have we heard those kind of things, right? Church is the same way sometimes, right? And so we're going to have church a little differently, right? We're going to go out there just like Jesus did and speak to the world, speak to the people, raise the dead, right? Because, it may not be something like, well, a Lazarus effect, right? But it is a Lazarus effect, because if your life stinks and you're dead like a zombie and we're speaking life into you, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, no, I get it. All of a sudden you wake up, right? All of a sudden you come back from the dead, right? And so, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to use, and I'm comparing things in the Bible. I'm not making fun of the things in the Bible. I'm just making fun of the things that we've made the Bible seem like it is, but it's not, right? And so there's all these theology thugs out there that spend all this time in the Word, but we also know that King Solomon has something to say about that, right? And so there's so much thing, and the whole idea is to truly bring freedom in what we speak, to be able to free you to speak on those things that are around you too. We already know other people are doing it. People are speaking up on whatever they want, right? And oh yeah, you'll hear it. I don't want to start throwing those bombs out there just yet. Yeah, I will absolutely unleash. And it's just one of those things. I try not to, but out of the abundance of my heart, my mouth will speak. And once that starts to happen, it's going to be on. It's going to be on. It's going to be on. It's going to be fire. Be fire. And so, I will make sure I let everybody know from the very beginning if I'm getting R-rated. Or if I'm about to get R-rated, then it's like, all right, maybe not content for work. Maybe you don't want your kids to listen to this part. Maybe this is not something that, 21 and up, something like that, right? We will definitely be putting those things out, because some things are meant for children, right? Some things are meant for children, and it's just like anything else. But then there's children that are grown up, right? And so then we go back to the whole milk, and then meat and potatoes, right? And so there's just going to be so much being poured out and poured into people. And we just, we hope that you enjoy seeing what we are doing and listening to the things that we're working on. And at the same time, hopefully it touches you in some way to, get up and arise, right? I know that there's a gentleman out there that I met, he created the Arise in Faith Ministries, and it is a rising in faith, right? And that's just a piece of it, right? It's a good piece of it. And so there's more to it, right? There's more to it than just a rising, because there's work that has to be involved with that too. And so there's a lot of people out there that are working. There's a lot of people out there that are trying, right? And so for me, it's not trying, right? It's time. There's a difference between trying and time. A lot of people, have come to the conclusion that if you're trying, or you've already failed, right? I'm not trying, I'm making the video right now. And so again, this is the first video that we're going to publish. We're getting ready to publish here. I'm going 8 minutes into this conversation already, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get this out there. It's nerve-wracking because I haven't been in front of a group of people in a long time, and I know that once I throw myself out there, I'm going to be exposing myself, all my weaknesses and all of my elements to everybody, and everybody's going to have something to say about it, which is great. But I'm grown enough now, and I'm putting on the full armor of God, and it's not going to be that effective to me as far as the negatives that may be coming out, right? We already know that the negatives are coming out, so I'm speaking on the negatives now. But I challenge people not to be negative. I challenge the people to get the good out of what I'm saying, the positive out of what I'm saying, or to try to figure out why I'm saying what I'm saying, right? This is just like the Bible, right? Why did Jesus say things this way, right? Why so many parables? Why, did Paul talk about, where grace, where sin abounds, grace abounds that much more. Why not be direct and say, hey, you know what, you suck. And if you suck, it's cool because Jesus still got you, right? I mean, obviously there's different languages and different times. And so it's just time for us to introduce the same word, the same message in a new tongue, right? And so, and it's not even a new tongue. It's just the way the tongues that we speak in now, right? Because a lot of things people don't understand. Cool, used to be exactly that. Cool. You were cool. Now it's cool means that you might be a cool person, right? And so, which is whatever, right? Like rad and all bunch of other words that, people used to use that probably don't use anymore. So anyways, the whole idea is, again, this is our new video approach on YouTube to start speaking out on the word. We will have topics that we're going to speak on. There will be a format on things, and at times it'll be a preaching session. At times it'll just let go. I'm not really gonna put any holds on it, but I will let people know if I'm about to get R-rated with it, right? So that way, and if you're in California, it's 21 and up, and in other states it might be 18 and up, right? And if you're in other countries, I don't know what the rules are, but I will be also posting videos in Spanish. As a matter of fact, right after this one, I will be posting a Spanish version of the same thing, pretty much saying the same things as I'm saying right now, because I speak those two languages, so I'm gonna speak on both sides of those things there, so we can reach out to the Spanish speaking community as well. And so again, the idea is to speak the word, speak the truth with people, and hit topics that we've been forced to be quiet on, right? We can't talk about too much of anything anymore because, people say, oh, well, don't talk about politics and family and money with others. And it's like, well, that's not really working out very well for us right now, because half the world hates Trump and half the world doesn't, and half the world thinks it's a good idea to build a wall, and the other half doesn't understand why we shouldn't. But yet the opinion is that we shouldn't, because TV and social media tells you that it's not okay to. So there's all these things. I'm not agreeing with anything, but those are the things that you're going to be seeing when I speak up on these videos, right? I'm going to be pressing buttons. I'm going to be pressing buttons like a mug. You won't even, it's going to be like, he said, what? I can't believe, and it just doesn't matter, right? Because the whole idea is to get people to start thinking and to start being free in their thoughts, right? It's like liberation, right? God has given us free will. And every day, we're losing bits and pieces of our free will. When it comes to speech, even speech is being targeted, and so being the free country that we are, even our speech is being targeted in our country. Other countries are already, you can't say much because you'll be beheaded. We don't have those issues in the U.S. Not yet. Not unless we gotta stop. We gotta make sure we don't allow these things to happen. And we think that we're like, we're better than Rome. Well, Rome is no longer, right? I mean, except for the little piece of Rome that's left. But they ain't the people that they used to be. The most powerful nation in the world. Sound familiar, right? And so we may be the most powerful nation in the world right now, but at the rate that we're going, we've already lost credit. So again, the whole idea is to start speaking on the Word of God right now. We have some word that we're reading. We're going to be reading out of the book of Jeremiah. That's coming next, and it's already fire. I mean, just the first few verses of Jeremiah, and it's Old Testament. And it's good to have Old and New Testament for those of you that don't know anything about the Bible. There is an Old Testament and New Testament. It's like old history and new history, but there's so much more to it. I mean, there's so much meat and potatoes in the Word, right? And so let's start off with baby steps. This is one. We wanted to start the first video. We wanted to let people know that this is who we are. Our website is evangels.mc. Ooh, let me. I'll have to put that in the post. I don't remember the email off the top of my head. I mean, I don't remember the website off the top of my head. Our email is evangels.mc@gmail. So, you can feel free to email us there and everything like that. If, something comes up where you have a question or concern or something like that, you can go ahead and, email us. If you want to get, crazy or whatnot, we will just click the delete button real simple and move on with our lives, because it doesn't matter how upset you get. It's not about how upset you get. We're not here to make you feel good. We're not the popular vote. We're not looking for popularity. We're not looking for the popular vote. We're looking to kick people's asses into shape, right? Because we are the #1 obese country in the world. And obesity is not just food, right? Number 2 is Mexico. And being that they're our neighbors, I can tell why. And so it's time to kick people's asses into gear. It's time to kick people's asses into reality, right? Because we're losing freedoms. We're losing the very essence of what it is that our country was based off of. And so there's always a lot of word about radical Islam and radical this and radical that, but we're radical too. We're way radical right now as a country. And so I'm going to slow that down because I'm already getting started. See, I'm already ready. I'm ready to rock and roll right now. It's coming. I'll probably post something later on tonight. I don't know. But right now, I just wanted to get this video out. Please subscribe to our page. So that way you can be a part of the community, and then you can see what's on there. And I guess it's going to let you know that I've already created another video or whatnot. Share our videos with those people that you want to piss off, or those people that you just, want to, like, look, this dude's talking about some stuff, right? Because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about some stuff. It's time to have a sit down. Yeah, we're going to sit down and talk, because it's getting old, and it's gotten old already. It smells. It's like Lazarus. It's just dead. We're just dealing with dead things. I'm tired of dealing with dead things. It's time. Cause look, my nose is getting itchy. Just smelling it. I'm just tired of it. Tired. I'm tired. Tired of it. It's time. So anyways, again, subscribe to our page. evangels.mc@gmail.com is our email. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Boom, boom.